This is John Allen Chow. He was killed in 2018 by this mysterious tribe. Reason: he landed on one forbidden island. What's up everyone, this is Almost an Expert, and today we are going to find out why all of us are banned from this mysterious island. This little piece of land in the Bay of Bengal is North Sentinel Island. It is a part of the Andaman Islands and officially falls under Indian territory, but you will not find any roads, vehicles, buildings, or even government offices over here. But what you will find is the world's last Stone Age tribe, the Sentinelese. They are a mysterious group of people who have lived on this island for more than 60,000 years, and yet they remain isolated from the modern world. Experts believe that the Sentinelese population could be anywhere between 50 to 500 people, but we don't even know the actual number. The Sentinelese are usually described as a Stone Age tribe, but according to what we've seen in the past few decades, they've already started using iron and other metals. It is also believed that the Sentinelese have not yet discovered agriculture. This probably explains why they still hunt animals and birds for their food. Also, since they have remained isolated from us for thousands of years, the Sentinelese have zero immunity against common diseases like flu or smallpox. So any form of contact or interaction with us would be really bad for the Sentinelese and may even wipe out their entire population. This is exactly why the Indian government has declared North Sentinel Island as a protected area. According to the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Protection Act of 1956, any travel to the island or approach closer than 5 nautical miles is strictly prohibited. The area is also regularly patrolled by the Indian Navy. This means that North Sentinel Island and the Sentinelese are pretty much safe from the outside world. But things were a little different just a few hundred years ago. In January of 1880, a British naval officer named Maurice Portman wanted to meet the Sentinelese tribe. He even landed on North Sentinel Island with a large group of armed officers and trackers, but as soon as they arrived, the Sentinelese went into hiding. According to the notes written by Portman, they found a network of pathways and empty abandoned villages on the island. After several days of searching for the Sentinelese, they finally met an elderly couple and 4 children who were trying to hide from Portman and his group. Portman kidnapped these 6 people and took them straight to a nearby island. However, soon after arriving there, the captured Sentinelese people began to fall ill, and soon the elderly couple were found dead. Portman was scared and he immediately sent the 4 children back to North Sentinel Island, but not before giving them several gifts and presents. To this day, we do not know whether the children spread their illness to the rest of the group or how their return impacted the Sentinelese population. But what we can say for sure is that this incident caused the Sentinelese to be more hostile and aggressive towards foreign visitors. Also, if you've enjoyed the video so far, please hit the like button so that this video can reach more people. For a long time, it felt like making any form of friendly contact with the Sentinelese would be impossible. But for a brief period during the 1990s, we were actually able to make friendly contact with the Sentinelese people. During this time, a team of Indian anthropologists tried to visit the island and interact with the Sentinelese tribe. But the Sentinelese refused to let them come closer and even shot a bunch of arrows at the team. The team tried to show their friendship by dropping off coconuts, crabs, and other items on the beach for the Sentinelese. And when they moved far away from the island, the Sentinelese people would actually come forward and collect these gifts. Finally, on 4th January 1991, when the team was again approaching the island, the Sentinelese people actually came forward to meet the team. They even climbed onto the boats and accepted several coconuts from the team of anthropologists. This is believed to be the first instance of friendly contact that we had with the people of North Sentinel Island. These trips and exchange of gifts continued for a few years until 1997, when the government of India officially banned any form of intentional contact with the people of North Sentinel Island. But almost 20 years later, John Allen Chow landed on the Forbidden Island. John was an American Christian missionary. He wanted to convert the Sentinelese to Christianity because he believed that North Sentinel Island was the devil's last stronghold. Reports even state that John not only wanted to contact the Sentinelese, but he also planned on living with them on the island itself. This is why he was carrying an initial contact kit that included gifts, communication cards, medical equipment, and other essential items. In order to reach North Sentinel Island, John got in touch with two local fishermen and paid them 25,000 rupees to take him closer to the island. On 15th November 2018, John finally landed on the island, and according to the notes found in his diary, the first thing that he said was, "My name is John, I love you, and Jesus loves you." Once he landed on the island, John tried to communicate with the Sentinelese using different tactics like offering gifts, singing worship songs, and even speaking in a local South African language. In his diary, John noted that the Sentinelese seemed angered and amused by his attempts to communicate with them. John also noted that the Sentinelese would communicate using different high-pitched sounds and gestures. According to his last letter, John even tried to hand over fish and other gifts to the Sentinelese, but someone from the group shot an arrow at him that directly pierced the Bible he was holding in front of his chest. Finally, on 17th November 2018, the two fishermen who brought John to the island saw something terrible. The Sentinelese were dragging John's lifeless body on the beach. The fishermen were soon arrested and an investigation was started. Authorities even tried to recover John's body, but the Sentinelese would not let anyone come closer to the island. Eventually, all efforts were stopped and a murder case was opened. The news of John's death caught everyone's attention, and North Sentinel Island was once again pushed into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. This sparked a discussion about the safety of the Sentinelese and the need to protect them from the outside world. Having survived on the island for thousands of years, the Sentinelese have proven time and time again that they are doing just fine without our help or intervention. Even back in 2004, when a massive earthquake and tsunami struck the Indian Ocean, the few helicopters were sent by the Indian government to check on the Sentinelese people. Surprisingly, the Sentinelese had survived this massive disaster, and they even responded by shooting arrows and spears at the helicopters. This shows that the Sentinelese are more than capable of surviving on their own, and they need to be left alone. But what it also proves is how little we know about our own planet. North Sentinel Island is like a world within a world. The fact that the people have survived on this island for so long without having little to no interaction with anyone from the outside just goes to show how fascinating human life really is. Also, the Sentinelese have remained isolated for so long that they probably see us as invaders or even aliens who bring nothing but destruction to their home. In this case, the best thing that we could do is observe, protect from a distance, and just leave them alone. That's it for this video, guys. What do you think about North Sentinel Island? Will we ever be able to contact the Sentinelese? Do you think we should even try doing it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, then you might want to know how NASA sent 3 insane messages to aliens. Or you can check out the other interesting videos on Almost an Expert. Thank you and see you soon.